Good day, Sail Wars fans. I'm Sandy Pondwater, coming to you from the Memorial Day Soling Regatta in Melbourne, Florida, sponsored by the Space Coast Model Sailing Club. And our competitors for 6B are number 90 Bill, number 74 John C., number 12 Richard, number 49 Tom, and number 1 Ron. So we have 3 Team Sail Wars racers in this race: Bill, John C., and Richard. Let's see how they do. And here we get ready for the start. The boats are trying to get some strategy and put some tactics into effect. And there they go. Looked like Richard had a good start, but here comes John up from the back, number 74, John C., as Richard, number 12, trails him with those light blue sails on his light blue and white boat. Now they're heading upwind. They will be racing 2 laps. They head upwind and go around 2 marks before heading downwind, where they have gates they can go around. So a gate is when you go down the middle and you pick out which side you're going to go out and around before continuing back up the course. Remember, they're racing 2 laps. Right now it looks like John has the advantage on Richard. They go on to port tack. We can see Bill right there in that multicolored yellow-green boat. And number 49, Tom, just goes across our stream. He has those bright neon yellow sails right there. That red ball down there, that is the first mark. Now they don't want to go too far to the right because it does get shallow and there's some weeds. Once you get about 18 feet or so feet away from that mark as they pass the beautiful fountain. And number 49 Tom and Richard are battling it out for second place as they head down to the second mark, which is just a few feet ahead of them. There they go. Richard's the first around that mark, heading downwind, goes wing on wing. That's always a beautiful sight. And Tom does not go wing on wing. You get more power if you go wing on wing usually, but not all the time. Depends on the wind conditions. And there goes John C. He's wing on wing. So currently Team Sail Wars has 2 sailors up at the front. There are 5 boats in this race. They're racing 2 fleets in this series. Odds and evens. There we see Bill, number 90, trying to make up some time. We'd like to thank our cameraman. It is actually really hard to stand out here all day and film these boats. And we can see John goes around the mark. He takes the one closest to shore, to the side we're on anyways. And Richard is right behind him in that light blue boat as they head back upwind on port tack. Yeah, it's a really good shot at the front of John's boat, as we can see how it cuts through the water so nicely. It looks like he's lighter in the front than Richard is, or he's just going faster. Tom is back. He just went around that mark as we see Bill. We're hearing word from the pit that Ron is having problems with his boat. We'll have to check back on that. The rest of the fleet is coming upwind. We can see Richard right there. He goes on to starboard tack. Now he comes back onto port tack. That's going to cost him some time. Usually every time you tack, it costs you a little bit of time. You have to plan them out perfectly. Speaking of Richard, Richard has a good video on how to tune a Soling on Sail Wars, and only on Sail Wars. As we catch back up with John C. at the front of the pack. He has a beautiful boat. And so does Richard. If you like light blue, Richard's boat is for you. And there's Tom. You'll never miss that boat. That bright neon, he went into the irons a little bit right there. He wasn't even moving. As we catch up with number 90, Bill, currently in 4th place. He needs to make up some time. Bill is a Team Sail Wars racer. He's trying to make up some ground so he can get past Tom. Looks like he is as he comes up the near shoreline, as he passes the other boats that are moored up against the bank. We can see those beautiful blue sails of Mahi, number 777. He's not in this race. We can see Andy's boat. I ain't doing a turn. Andy's boat is number 11. We could just see him on the right. As we catch back up with the leaders, John's still in 1st place, but Richard will not give up. He's trying to track him down. He's still within about 4 or 5 boat lengths, maybe even closer. The next few tacks are what is going to make or break this race for both John and Richard, as they have a tight race going right now. And look at how close Richard has brought himself. As he makes the turn, he's only about 2.5 boat lengths behind. This is still anyone's race, Sail Wars fans. But look at that. John hears us. John C. pulls away a little bit. He probably got a couple boat lengths just going up that little leg of the course. Sometimes just putting your sails in a little bit better direction than the guy behind you, and it will pull you ahead. As they head downwind, John does not go wing on wing. He is currently on port tack, and let's see, Richard is on port tack too, but his sails are in a little bit more. That's a good shot of that. Let's see the difference right there. Yes, I believe John has let his sails out just a little bit more than Richard. As we see, Bill is firmly in 3rd place now. I think I hear him in the pits. Team Sail Wars is going wild. They're in the top 3 spots. As Tom is faltered at the back. And we're hearing Ron is out of the race due to mechanical problems. So Ron will end up finishing in 5th place. As we catch back up to our leader, there's John C. You can see John has his sails all the way out as he's going wing on wing. His boat's moving nicely down the course, and his lead has been extended. So when we catch back up to Richard, we're going to have to take a look at his sails, because as we are watching, John had them all the way out, just about all the way down the course. As again, he goes to the gate that's nearest to us as he rounds that buoy. And he goes on to port tack. And it looks like, let's see, Richard does have his sails all the way out now. I wonder when he finally went to all out. Maybe the wind was just kinder to John. He isn't wing on wing though, we can see that. Maybe that's the difference. As we catch back up to Bill, Bill looks like he's gaining on Richard. And Tom has fallen way back. Let's see, he's got his sails kind of in. He's not going all the way open. As we catch back up, we got to zoom in on our leader. He is streaking up that course towards the finish line. And here he comes. He's straightened out that boat. He's making the shortest beeline to that finish line, and Team Sail Wars racer John C. wins race 6B. As the fireworks go off, it's always nice to get the fireworks here on Sail Wars. We've heard that many racers look forward to that, and they mention that at the lake or the pond. They want to see those fireworks on Sail Wars come across the bow of their boat. And as we catch up to Bill, Bill is still in third place, and Richard takes second place. Our cameraman was a little bit off right there and sort of missed Richard, but Richard does take second place. Another Team Sail Wars racer comes across, and our third Team Sail Wars racer, Bill, comes across the finish line as he takes third place. So that only leaves one boat. Here he comes, number 49, Tom, is going to take fourth place. And of course, Ron finishes in fifth place. Let's take a look at those final standings for this race. All three are Team Sail Wars racers. I know our fans love that, as number 74, John C. takes first place, number 12, Richard takes second, and number 90, Bill takes third. And if you like what we're bringing you over here at Sail Wars, we're made up of volunteers, so please show us your love by subscribing and, of course, hitting that thumbs up button. We really do love you and appreciate you. And if you're a club webmaster, please make sure that all your members know how to get to Sail Wars. You can help us out by letting them know and putting a link to the website, and make sure they understand that subscribing to Sail Wars is absolutely free. We find a lot of people think you have to pay to subscribe. Of course you don't. You just have to get an email and subscribe. Click that little button up there. And we have over 225 videos now. And of course, check out the Best of Sail Wars, where we put all our favorite videos. And we want you to support the hobby by going out and finding a club that best suits your needs. You can look on the NMMYA website for a club near you. A great club up in Northern Maryland is the Northern Maryland Model Yacht Club. Check them out in Frederick, Maryland. I'm Sandy Pondwater, and I want to personally thank you for watching Sail Wars, and we love our loyal subscribers. I'll see you at the next race.